It's game week. Game week. Oregon Ducks. Oregon Ducks. A big day is upon us soon. 2 days away from the last game of the season. I'm sure everybody's excited. I'm excited. It's another glorified exhibition. That's what the bowl games are now. But I think whoever wins the bowl game usually comes down to who takes it the most serious. I don't like the line. 14's a little too much to give up against a really good North Carolina offense. Our defense is okay. It's not great. And they have a pretty good offense. I expect a shootout. Big over-under. I wouldn't touch that either. Could easily be either. But we just had a signing day. That was fun, right? That's a time when a bunch of 30 to 60-year-old men act like giddy teenagers salivating over young college athletes, high school athletes. But we had a great day. We did lose one, gained one, lost one, gained one, and then lost him again. But overall, pretty good day. Anybody who is doubting Dan Lanning's recruiting prowess, you're eating crow right now. The Negaducks, you guys never cease to amaze me, and the things you come up with, you never cease to amaze me. I'm not going to talk about it. I don't want to talk about that. What I want to talk about is the pluses and minuses of the NIL. Sure, I think it's great players are getting compensated now. But when you look at, say, the quarterback we lost a quarterback, 5-star, big recruit. He's probably signed a big NIL deal. He's going to be making upwards of close to $1 million a year or whatever it is. And we picked up a quarterback, probably not going to be as big an NIL deal. Some of these 5-star recruits aren't going to make it. Money changes things. Maybe they'll make it as, in life, but football might not become that important to them once they have a couple $1 million in their pocket. That's just going to happen. Some of these guys aren't going to pan out, and some of the 3-stars are going to pan out. It just always happens. You just never know. Like the quarterback we ended up with, in the long run, may turn out to be the better of the 2 quarterbacks. He may not. We don't know. What we do know is that he's a Duck, that he committed to the Ducks. He's got a good relationship with our new offensive coordinator. And by all accounts, he seems like a high-character dude. So I'm not really worried about the quarterback. We lost the safety. That guy, great player on the field, I guess, or he wouldn't be a 5-star safety. But let's be honest. The whole putting the Notre Dame hat on and then taking it off, putting the Duck hat on, and then 2 days later ending up at Oklahoma. I mean, do we really want a safety that can't make up his mind? There's a tight end coming. There's a back. Which one? Oh, touchdown. Damn it. No, I'm kidding, but hopefully he makes quicker decisions on the field than he does when he's signing. Clearly, he just wasn't ready. He didn't know who he really wanted to go to, or he hadn't. His parents, mom, dad, they hadn't all come to a group decision on that. And I can understand his mom not wanting him to come out to Oregon. Oregon's an interesting place. There's a lot of temptations in Eugene, Oregon. It can be a good isolated area where you can get away from everything and stay in the program and whatnot. But let's be real. Some of the best marijuana in the world is grown in Eugene, Oregon. And that can be a distraction to a young kid. Yeah, I'm going to say it. A lot of people don't like to talk about it, but we have a drug culture in Eugene. As long as the kids stay out of that, they'll probably be okay. As long as they keep their nose clean. But again, NLI money, you got cars, you got lots of women. that are going to want to date them, and there's just a lot of distractions. So the character of the people you recruit nowadays is going to be at least as important as their stars. Because I'm telling you, there's going to be, imagine if Ryan Leaf was getting paid $700,000 a year in college. Yeah, he may have never ever been a number 2. He might have crapped out in college. You know, imagine some of these guys. Over the years, it's just a lot of temptations. I mean, they may have been able to do it at the college level anyway, but let's be real. Is that what we want? Do we want to see kids, you know, in the short term happy, but in the long term maybe not having the best life because of all that money and all the temptation and all the things that they can get into in a college campus? You know, but I'm sure her real reason, the mother's main reason, was wanting to keep the kid close. But when you see the antics he's playing, you know, with the hats and switching back and forth, and you know, it doesn't bode well for the future. He's got a little growing up to do, as any 18-year-old does. Let's be real. Bo's back. That's great. We've got a backup. Hopefully Ty will continue to improve. Again, the Negaducks. You people, yeah, I'm talking about you. You people, let the kid grow up. You know, Ty has a huge arm, has a huge upside. He still could be a great, like DJ Ungale that just went to Oregon State. I look at Ty, and like if he'd had more time, I think he would have had a career similar to DJ's, where he, you know, had some ups and downs. But he can continue to develop, hopefully stay with the Ducks, be our backup next year, maybe get some time in the game. The game coming up here in a couple of days. I'm in Las Vegas. I'm in beautiful Summerlin, looking up at the mountains. As you can see, I'm in a t-shirt. Be safe out there. I know you guys are suffering in the winter, and it's freezing rain. The most dangerous thing possible, please. You know, take it easy. Stay in if you have to. But yeah, it's 68 degrees. I'm in a t-shirt. A little overcast today, not sunny, but yeah, I'm doing a little extra work here. Been working in the movies. Nah, it's not. I was an audience member at the WPT Poker Championships the other day. The biggest pot in history. I saw the entire final table all won at least $1 million. That's life-changing. Again, like the NILs. You don't know if it'll all work out. Some of those guys in 10 years may regret getting $1 million when they were 23 or 27. Some of those guys aren't going to have the same friends in a year, because money changes everything. It just does. So don't be so worked up about all this stuff. 5-star recruit today could be a bust in 2 years. Another tragic story that we see in sports all the time, because a player can't handle all that money, frankly, all that attention, all the girls, everything. Like the person they are as a high school athlete, working every day to try to get into college, to, you know, dedicated, yada yada. That person can change. You know, the difference between a 22-year-old and an 18-year-old is big. And we still have a very high character guy, Bo Nix. I think he made a great decision, because honestly, if he goes to the NFL, probably making about the same amount of money. He's doing well here in Oregon. If he's on a practice squad, he's not even going to make as much money as he's making in an NIL right now. If he doesn't make if he's not at least a backup next year, you know, so why not? Why not spend another year in college, leading the team? He can handle it. Clearly, he's going to be back. We're going to be pretty good next year. We rebuilt the line already. It looks like we've got about 20 candidates to fill those spots. Just great recruiting. It's really a good day. It's a good time to be a Duck. It is. And Dilly left. I think it's interesting. Dillingham, if you ever seen him in interviews, it's a very bubbly personality, very almost eccentric. Just a really positive guy. I liked it, but the dude might have had a gambling problem when it comes to going for it on fourth down. It may have cost us a couple of games. Not may have, it did. We needed to kick a few field goals. We win those games. Now we got a guy in there who literally, when you hear him talk, I can't tell the difference between him and Dan Lanning. I think we may have traded up again. We'll see. We won't get to tell till next year, but I like the direction the Ducks went. An unknown rising star similar to Dan Lanning. Get him early. Hopefully he'll stick around for a few years. He won't get another head coaching job right out of the gate. And we can make our little run. We can make our little run at the playoffs. 2 years, there's going to be more teams. It's all looking really good. Now, this is something that's a little personal. I'm a little upset. Did they award a championship to a mascot that wasn't the Oregon Duck? Because that's bogus. Everybody knows the Oregon Duck is the best mascot in the world, in college football. And if they didn't give it to the Oregon Duck this year, then I don't know. They did like some competition, I guess. There was some mascot. I didn't even tune in because I don't need to. I know who the greatest mascot is in the history of college football and will always be. I walk around Vegas and people see my duck here, and what do they always say? Quack, quack, duck, quack, quack, duck, duck. Everybody knows us because of Donald Duck, at least. They might not know anything about the sports team, but they do know about the duck, okay? It's the most recognizable, greatest mascot in the history of college football. If they didn't award it to him every single year, which they don't, it's bogus. It's bogus. Doesn't count. So anyway, going into another big game. I know you all missed me. Like they say, I can't miss you if you never leave, so I took a break on these. I was thinking about doing a signing day one, but I just thought I'd throw it all into this last little one. We got 2 days. We'll see what happens in San Diego. We'll see who plays. Who we got. I'm a little worried in the secondary going up against that quarterback again. I think it's going to be a shootout. 14 points, little long. It started at 10. If you got it at 10, feel a little bit better. But the game could go anywhere. It could go down to the wire. A touchdown or field goal wins it. I would, if I was betting, I'd bet on North Carolina with the 14. I hate to say it. Now, I may eat crow. I may be excited. I'm not betting this game. I'm not going to bet on the Ducks. I might bet on North Carolina. Just put $5 on North Carolina, and I'll tell you why. Because I am in a horrible losing streak. I pick the games. I pick very well. I pick around 75%. But every game I bet on, for the last month or so, since the Civil War almost, I've lost. It started with the Civil War comeback, where I was counting my chickens. I was like, I got this one in the bag. Ever since then, every game I bet on, damn near every game, I've lost. So I might put $5 on North Carolina just to assure the Ducks win. I'll put $5 on the money line. just like, that way I know the Ducks will win. Yeah. That's how it's going. I don't bet a lot of money, don't worry. I haven't lost that much money betting $10 and $20 at a time, but man, I can't seem to pick the right game. The other day I finally got a win, and it was the Cincinnati New England Patriots game. You know what I was thinking down the stretch there? Here we go again. I'm going to lose a game somehow, some way. New England's going to come back and win this game. But Cincinnati managed to hold on to the 4-point lead. And I finally broke my losing streak. Vegas is good at it. They're very good at setting these lines. My advice: don't bet at all. Like, just enjoy the football. We got lots of fun sports to watch. I've been having a great time as usual, doing comedy every night. Enjoying this weather. I'm been rubbing it in all my friends' faces. I mean, they're all post like the 4-inch thick rain ice on their window and on the roads, and I've been through it for years. And it warmed up here for Christmas. It was down in the 50s for a while, but the last 3 or 4 days it's been 65. Just perfect. Bodie likes it. Bodie says hi. My mascot. Hey, say hi, Bodie. Say hi. Say hi. It's the Game Week crew. All right. Go Ducks. Beat the Tar Heels. I do have a little inside on the Tar Heels. I had a friend whose kid played with them for a few years. He transferred, but they're a dangerous team. It depends which team shows up. Sometimes their offense can be really, really hot, and sometimes not so much. We got two of the best quarterbacks in the pre-bowl matchups, the pre-playoff matchups. It's going to be a fun shootout, I think. The Ducks should take it. Just depending. We're going to get a lot of young players in the game. Let's see who bought into this game the most, because that's usually who wins these lesser bowl games. It's the team that bought in, and I think Dan will have them ready. We have a young team. They should get excited, and we should pull it out. I'm predicting a 7-point Oregon win, probably 35 to 40 something, 42-ish, 42-35 Ducks. So go Ducks. This has been the last game week of the year. I got to think of something else to do now. Maybe we'll move to basketball, or track. I'm thinking track. Maybe I'll bring it back. We'll call it Track Week, because my friends here like to kid me about no national championships, and I always point out we've got several in track. Okay, so it's all right. Go Ducks! Game week, Oregon Ducks! Woo! San Diego!